This video is going to show you how you can use Google Sheets sharing so that you can allow students to do brainstorming sessions or reflection sessions in groups through writing instead of through talking. So one of the criticisms of brainstorming is that someone who is very talkative can hijack the whole group, and not everybody has a chance to give their input. So one of the things you can do to make it fair to everybody is to allow or to do it with writing. But if there's one scribe, then it also kind of makes it possible for someone to hijack the group. So in order to allow everyone to write, what you can do is use Google Sheets and allow everyone to write into the same sheet with their computers. And if you have multiple groups doing that, if you want to make sure that everyone's staying on task, you would like to follow along, make sure everyone is writing, but it's kind of hard to see what everybody is writing too. So I'm going to show you how to make a Google Sheet file with a sheet for each group, and make a sheet for you to which would have a summary of everybody's work. Okay, so what you do is you make 3 sheets, and the way you make a sheet is you just go over to the plus here on the left, and then you make a sheet. I'm going to make a sheet for, let's say, group 3, so I'm going to call it group 3 reflect. Okay, and then you can move a sheet to the right position just by dragging it with your mouse. So I moved it there. So I have group 1 reflect, group 2 reflect, and group 3 reflect. One of the things, especially with middle schoolers, it's hard for them to get them to go to the right file. To get them to go to the right file, you would just grab the link to your new file here through the share, and you would make sure that everyone on the internet, I usually just make it so that anyone on the internet can edit, or anyone at Escola Americana, but usually I just do like make it very loose permissions so that nobody has trouble getting in. So I could just do public on the web and anyone can edit. Okay, and then like later, if you want to protect it, then after you're finished with the session, then you just go back and make it so that nobody can edit afterwards. Okay, and then you just copy the link here, and then you can paste it into your Schoology, or you can send it through email to your class. Okay, so once you've created one sheet for each group, the minute you define your group, you could rename your sheet by double-clicking on it and giving it the name of the group leader or something so that people know where to go. The other way you could do it is you could like say, oh, I'm going to make each sheet a color, and you will be associated with a color, and then you can just say, oh, well, I'm going to make red groups sheet, I'm going to make it red. So you just highlight the cells you want to make red, and then you change this fill color to red, for example, and then I could do the next one to be yellow. I can resize sheets by using, I just put my mouse cursor on the division line between A and B, and I can move it around. That resizes it. I can make wider cells. Here I'm going to make yellow. And the last one I will make blue, for example. I'm going to resize it, and then I'll make it blue. And by doing that, if I walk around the room and I want to see that people are on the right sheet, I can just see it by looking at their computer, and I'll see by the background color that they are on the correct sheet. Okay? And and then so like maybe I can write at the top here, I could put like comments, and then I'll put comments on each one, and then people know that they are supposed to write down their comments in these colored sections. And then how can I monitor all 3 groups at the same time without flipping back and forth? I can go to the Reflect Summary sheet, and I can make a Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3 title here, and then I can make it so that I show the comments from each group underneath the G1, G2, G3 titles. And the way I can do that is I just go to the A2 cell here, I type equal, and then I just type out the name of the sheet, G1 Reflect, an exclamation point, and I put A2. If I type that in there, that is going to make it so that whatever is typed into the G1 Reflect A2 cell, like for example, I'm going to put, I hate that idea. If I write that here, then if I go to the Reflect sheet, look, it shows me the comment that was typed into the A2 cell of that. And then how do I make it so that it would show me all the other ideas written below this cell all the way to the A20 cell? The way I can do that is I just copy this equation here, G1 Reflect A2. I'm going to copy it to all the cells down to 20 by putting my mouse in the right bottom corner and then dragging it down to A20. And so just to show you that it works, I'm going to type in here, this is the last comment, and then I'll look, or comment. And then if I look in the Reflect summary sheet, I can see that it did indeed come out here. And then how do I do that for G2 and G3? Well, for G2 and G3, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to type equals G2 Reflect, exclamation point, A2. And then I'm just going to copy this all the way down to here. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to do equals G3 Reflect, exclamation point, A2, and then I'm going to copy this all the way down to A20 also. And then I can test it by, I'm going to go to G3 Reflect, I'm going to type a comment here, I'm going to say hi there, and then if I go to Reflect Summary, I can see that it does indeed appear here. So this is just a way for you to allow the students to record their ideas onto one page, and then you can use an additional page to mirror all the ideas that they're typing into this sheet, and then when you're monitoring their work, you don't have to like be limited to just looking at one person typing at the same time. You can see everybody's work getting typed in live in front of you at the same time, and you can call out people who are maybe doing great work or doing bad work, whatever. And then after you're done, you could change the permission so that nobody can modify it anymore. Okay?